Hello, everybody.
I'm live with Rich.
There we go. How do I? Okay. Are you guys able to see this well enough in portrait mode? I'm an old lady when it comes to this stuff still. Like, is this weird for the live, or I think all my stuff is gonna come up sideways. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to live stream like this, guys. I'm really sorry. I can't do it sideways. Good morning. So I'm gonna show.
I like your hairstyle. I like you. I like your jacket too.
You're so nice. It's my belly this morning. 9 months pregnant, feeling like baby could come at any time at this point. So we're just kind of trucking along. But yeah, good morning, happy Saturday. If it's Saturday where you are, I am in Canada. You feel free to let me know where you're watching from. I just wanted to talk about, like father's rights this morning, because I've been seeing a lot of what I feel is pretty heavy misrepresentation coming out of the men's rights community. And yeah. Anyways, can you let me know if the audio is okay and the connection's good? I should work out after giving birth? No.
Which my case my iPad broke. But I'm still
Watching from New Mexico, audio's good. Audio's great. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like, oh, thank you so much. Much love from Chicago. Thank you. Much love from Calgary, Alberta. Yeah, so I feel like there's a lot of really heavy misrepresentation within the men's rights community. I see a lot of men's rights advocates, really doing fathers a massive disservice, in my opinion, and mainly by saying things like, child support shouldn't exist, and blah, blah, blah. The reason why this is irritating is because the men that are saying things like this are not fathers, right? So at least that's what I have found. And the reason why this is a problem is because I know that there are a lot of dads in this live right now. So let me know if I'm wrong. Sorry, I just got my kid in the background. I hope you guys don't mind. Let me know if I'm wrong. But to all the fathers in the chat right now, is your issue with child support that you have to pay it in the first place, like active fathers, like that you have to support your child? Or is the problem that it's not regulated? Sometimes you're paying way more than what's needed. Regulated as in like, baby mamas maybe misusing that money, spending it on whatever she wanted. When men talk about like child support and stuff, they talk about, subsidy. Like fathers in the men's rights community are not out here advocating. They're not advocating for to just not provide for their children. That's not what they're about. And that's kind of what I'm seeing as like the representation in the men's rights community. And it's literally driving me nuts. A really good example is this YouTuber called Think Before You Sleep that did this big video on me about how I'm a chameleon. And in that video, he said that, the biggest issues in the men's rights community isn't some girlfriend that abused you years ago. It's, child support. And just that alone showed me like how little these men's rights advocates really know. And I just found it really funny that he was calling me a comedian, because at the end of the day, the girl who, abused you 6 years ago is a very like prevalent, like it's very prevalent, okay? And it's very serious. It can cause mental health, it can cause trauma, it can cause addiction, it can cause, like, what? It's just like a way to say, it was just a way to be like, in my opinion, to dismiss men's feelings and really like tapping into the root of what the men's rights community is about, just to like demonize mothers. It was really, really, really crazy. But yeah, how do you guys feel about the representation within the like father's rights conversation? Sorry, this baby has been pushing up here on my ribs for a very long time, so it's hurting.
Which I like your hairstyle today. Looks good.
What representation? Fair, fair. Damn. Okay, well, I'll try to do a little bit better. I'll try to talk about fathers' issues more. Here's what makes me mad the most about child support is the fact that it's not regulated on the mother's side, right? Child support, like every child has a right to be financially supported. That's what the courts say, right? And so that's when they say like when you're not paying child support, when you're not financially supporting your child, you're robbing that child the right to be provided for. So you're technically like stealing from them. Now, what I don't understand is how a man can lose his license and he can go to jail for stealing from his child, right? Robbing his child the right of not providing for them. But yet moms don't have that same they don't have the regulations at all. So like how is that happening? But yet the moms who are like taking child support and literally using it for themselves, how is that? Because you are stealing. Like it's not even like, oh, you're stealing his money. That money was given for the child. You are literally stealing from your fucking child. So why there's no like, consequences for that, whether it's a fine, whether you have to pay it back, whether like that needs to be fixed. I just simply don't understand how a man can go to jail for robbing his child the right to be supported, but yet a mom who's literally doing the same thing by taking that money, why is she not reprimanded? I just don't really understand. Thank you so much. Piercing by John Alonso. Keep up the fight for fathers. Thank you so much. Oh, Hosanna, you have to turn it off. Remember? Turn it off. Thank you. I'll get a copyright strike. Can't play any canto music. Yeah, it's just really broken. I mean, the thing is that if like so many moms out there are really good. They're really responsible. They don't misuse child support. A lot of moms don't even go for child support. I never did with Hosanna's dad. So like I don't understand. The problem is that because of the no regulations, like the toxic people in society, their voices and their actions always seem to like be presented the loudest, right? And so we don't really hear about, the statistics of the percentage of women who don't go for child support or who like really don't misuse, pardon me. All we see on social media is like, on child support day, these girls have new bongs and new nails and new this and that, you know what I mean? And I have really bad pregnancy brain, so it's hard for me to keep on track. Oh right, I remember what I was saying. Anyways, so if there was regulations, I feel like maybe there would be like less misogyny towards mothers, because mothers get it pretty hard. Dads do as well. But yeah, like as a mom myself and as someone that was once a single mother, like yeah, like I guess I don't know. I'm just a mom. I don't know how to describe myself. Oh wow, thank you, the stigmatic wolf. Just because I have to one up the last guy. Thanks for being the voice of men really need. When men bring up topics you do, we get laughed at and told we're wrong. It's different when a woman says it. For sure. And I think that here's the thing. I think that men are needed in feminism, and I think that women are needed in the men's rights community, because there's just a balance that happens, right? Like just a natural balance, because at the end of the day, men and women do have different privileges in society. We are taught different things. We are treated differently in different social situations. So, we're all kind of in our own fishbowl, and like a fish doesn't really know that it's in water until it's out of water. So, oftentimes it can be hard to see things within our own community, or within someone else's community, and we need somebody from our community to be like, hey, this is actually what's going on, to level it out. You know what I mean? I got rid of the Fortnite guy, sorry. His rib hurts. Yeah, men shouldn't have to hop through all of these hoops to prove that they're the dad. I mean, at the same time, that's a system that needs to kind of be rerouted as well, because if you think about it, that system could be used to the benefit of like dealing with paternity fraud, right? In cases of paternity fraud, it is good. But at the same time, that's not really the case, because when it comes to paternity fraud, by the time it's happened, or by the time the guy recognizes that it's happened, he already fits the criteria of like the dad, and that's how it happens. So that's how the baby trapping happens. It's just so it's really messed up. The other day when I made that video and posted on YouTube, and it was like, if your baby mama does these things, she's a deadbeat mom. While I was making the video, I was thinking about the fact that, hi, little baby's wiggling. I was thinking about the fact that one of the things women say dads are deadbeat for is not being able to financially provide for your child. And I was just thinking about how ridiculous it would be if I was like, you are a deadbeat mom because you can't financially support your kid. I agree with that to like a certain extent. However, I do understand poverty. I do understand low income. And the thing is that these women are having these children, not these women, there are mothers out there who have children banking on, that child being supported by a man. I'm sorry, but if we put all of this emphasis on where the moms were the most important, we're the most important when it comes to the conversation of abortion, we're the most important when it comes to like literally everything. Like, mothers have privilege. Like, that is what we have expressed in society, right? That's why the children, mainly always reside with the mom and blah, blah, blah. So it's like, if we have presented ourselves as the most important parent, then how come in instances where it's like really important, we're not, a lot of moms, a lot of moms like don't step up, right? Some moms, not a lot of them, they don't step up, right? So it's like, I know for me, I would never, like as a mom, I would never bring a child into this world banking on the success of that child being based off of like the dad, right? If I'm the mom, if I'm choosing to bring this child into the world, I'm the most important parent, right? Then I need to take the responsibility of it, right? Do I believe that women should be out here working while they're pregnant? No, absolutely not. But, do I think that if they split up, that like the mom should have to get a job as well, as long as there's no mental health, as long as no abuse has happened? Like, why is that not a thing? But it still seems, I would still have a hard time saying to women, oh, you're a deadbeat because you can't financially support your kid. But then it's like, oh, well, I stay home and I raise the kid. And in situations of parent alienation, because there's lots of deadbeat dads as well who just aren't around, but in cases where like, the mom is alienating and literally just like stops visitation whenever she gets mad, like in those instances, I have such bad ADHD from this pregnancy brain. I'm like at like days away from giving birth at this point. Can someone remind me what I was saying? I'm so sorry. I have really bad pregnancy brain, like so bad. I apologize, guys. Like days away from having a fucking baby. It's awful. It's not awful, but it's just like stopping visitation. I know. There's something I was like really saying. Deadbeat moms and dads, women should work. Yeah, I can't, you're talking about, yeah, I can't really remember. I'm sorry. Anyways, maybe it'll come back to me. Anyways, the point is that,